Hi everybody, I'm here today with a little art activity that you can do with stuff you have at home. So this is kind of a three-part activity. So what we're going to be doing is making prints using household items. So the first part of the activity is to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt around the house and try to find objects that will make an interesting print. So I've run around, and you can do this with your children, and go find things that you think will make an interesting print. So I've found a little Tupperware container. How about a thread spool? I have a cookie cutter, a jar lid. You can use both sides. I have a basting brush. Be interesting. Another interesting kitchen utensil. An old candle holder, magic marker, and a fork. Those are some of the things that I found around my house that I'm going to try making prints with. So the one thing you want to do is make sure whatever you find for making your prints, make sure they're washable, because that will be step 3. We'll get to that shortly. So step 2, now you've collected all your items that you want to make prints with. Step 2 is the fun part, painting. So I've got, again, my cookie tray here that I'm going to do all of my work on. And I'm going to put my paint directly on the cookie tray. You can use a paper plate or a plate. Just make sure the bottom is nice and flat so that when you put your items into the paint, they get nicely coated. But I'm just going to use my paint directly on my cookie tray, like so. Yellow and blue. So I'm using 2 colors today, 2 of the primary colors, yellow and blue. And we should get some nice color mixing. So you have your paper on the tray, and now you can get your child to experiment with those items that you collected. So I'm going to try the thread spool. Dip it in the paint, and then stick it on the paper and see what happens. That's pretty cool. Get a neat little wheel effect. And you can talk about what your, ask your child what they think the print's going to look like. This one's a fun one. You know, they may want to get their hands in and get messy. That's okay too. That's an interesting print. Look at that. And so we're just going to keep experimenting with all our different things that we've collected. This one I think is going to make a dot. And I'm right. I'm going to try the other side. See what that does. Look at that. That looks like a little kind of gear. So lots of fun, lots of experimenting. How about a fork? What will a fork do? And you can use, you know, lots of different things. You can have only a few different things for your child to print with. So here we go. There's the fork. See, how fun is that? What else do we have? I gotta try this. This looks really exciting. I'm just gonna dip it in the paint. I'm gonna mix it with the other color. I'm gonna put it on my paper. Wow, that's exciting. You get all kinds of interesting shapes going on. Now this one should make a square. Give it a try. And make sure you get it all the way into the paint. go. Nice. So you get all kinds of interesting shapes. Get your child to make predictions about the shapes. And there you have it. There's our print art made from household objects. So we've done step 1, which is gathering the items to print with. Step 2 is the painting. Step 3 is the cleanup. So you can take all your items, get yourself a nice bin of soapy water, throw them in, and have your child help you with the washing up. They love to, use a cloth and play in the bubbles, and that can be the last part of this activity. So I hope you give that a try. Have fun with that today, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.